We lead while others follow. Vicinity FM ní kejìlé. We lead while others follow. Àwa lọ̀gá o. While others follow. Adìẹ funfun àwa ṣá ní bàbá gbogbo. Àwa ní bàbá. Vicinity FM 95.3. Ẹranko tí ó ṣe bí olólàájú kò sí nígbó àjíkí adé. Erin lákàtà gbérin àwa gòkè á lọ. Ìyẹ́lẹ̀ ó máa wò lẹ́yìn ẹyẹ wa. Lọ́jọ́kọjọ́ nígbàkúgbà bàbá ni bàbá ń jẹ́. Lọ́jọ́kọjọ́ nígbàkúgbà bàbá ni bàbá ń ṣe. We lead while others follow. We lead while others follow. Vicinity FM ọ̀gálàjẹ́ Adéọlá Noisy ní ẹ̀ máa gbọ́. Mo fọwọ́ sọ̀yà. We lead while others follow. Vicinity FM àwa ní bàbá. We lead while others follow. Àwa lọ̀gá àwa làgbà wọn lọ́jọ́kọjọ́. 95.3 Vicinity FM. Tọmọdé tàgbà darúgbó tómi dán ló sọ pa wá ní. We lead while others follow. We lead while others follow. Vicinity FM àwa ní bàbá. Vicinity 95.3 FM Ìkejì-ilé. Ọ̀tọ̀ nìkan láàrin òkúta ayàtọ̀ sí wọn jọ̀ọ́jọ̀ọ́.
Music. Sports.
In towards Lukaku.
Entertainment.
Cut the beat.
Politics. All on your darling station, Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ìkejì-ilé, Ìjẹ̀ṣà.
Good morning, It's Graham. Good morning, you go make money this morning. Good evening, you go get a lot this evening. Every day I see my people suffering under the rain. Every day I see my people smiling under the pain. And I pray, you know, go be in vain. And I know, say, that you also you go pay. Basket, oh yeah, bongo, no be $1. Basket, oh yeah, zobo, no be minera. Basket, saffron, no be sugar. Basket, oh yeah, zobo, no be minera. Afa, come on, I didn't see your tomorrow, Zef. You sure say you clear? You sure your tomorrow clear? Okay. Only if you know how I'm feeling today. It get that in my body, he did to me today. It be like say, I go get my latte. It be like say, my ass I go shake. It be like say, I can't go. It be like say, plenty I like to land. Oh, good morning, you go make money this morning. Good evening, you go get a lot this evening. Oh, good morning, you go make money this morning. Good evening.
Yes, it's still morning, Monday morning for that matter. You know what we do? We get busy because chop, the same time is morning. It's good to have you on the morning show this beautiful Monday morning. It's the 5th day in the month of May 2025. So it's 050525 5555. And they say, it's a unique one. Answer. Well, sometimes we just like to lay emphasis on that because we don't get to see 5525 often. Yeah, it's just something that happens once a while. I welcome you on the show. How was your weekend? And it's a new week. I hope we are, out there hoping to win and have faith that whatever we do will prosper. On the morning show, we would love to look at the situation of things in the country. A lot is happening, and somehow we can't keep tabs on one thing at a time. While you are still wondering how this came to be or what's happening in these quarters. Something else is rising, and there is a lot right now. And away from even all of the political, uh, away from the political arena where we get to talk of political parties, other national issues, around politics. A lot is happening, and it is okay for us to talk about it. Why we would not just want to, center the discussion on just one thing. Let's look at the state of the nation. And security also is also one thing that it's really, really seem not to even, we can't seem to picture what exactly is happening when it comes to the situation of insecurity. Remember during the week, last week, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, visited Katsina to, launch or commission projects there, and also to see to the situation of insecurity. And let's not forget last week, the same Northeast governors, decided to meet over the issues of insecurity. In the northern region, the Northeast is suffer, suffer more when we talk about, insecurity, but from banditry to kidnappings to essence, a lot of evil. It's just everywhere. And let's not even come to, the southwest here and the situation of insecurity as well. It's everywhere. It's just some region, it's like, it's more tougher than others. And why we have continued to hear, stakeholders in this matter say, this thing must not get out of hand. It's not today we've been battling insecurity, but I must say, right now, it's now looking as if whatever people are pointing to, there is, a little light in it, saying that, as we political leaders, are preparing for election, looking to where to hide, and the group that will make them win, joining the winning team or trying to find a place that's safer for you, so that your political ambition will not die before 2027, and all of the insecurity. This is kind of a distraction in a way. But I'll tell you that despite this is, an issue of public concern, national concern, not just public. It's not, of course, it's not going to stop our lives, our day-to-day life from going on. It's just we should sit back and think about what can be done. Because now I tell you, security agencies, beyond being overwhelmed, they have to find a path, to undo the situation so that it doesn't get out of hand. And the groups are in numbers. I tell you, armed groups are in numbers, and you get to wonder, in this country alone, we have so many armed groups, and they call themselves different names that I'm not even perturbed about mentioning, but there is something that should be done. Then, moving away from the issue of security, the other concerns, if you remember last week as well, this situation on GTB, VDM, President Tinubu's son, Sheyi, who was the National Association of Nigerian Student Presidents, all over, was accused of one thing or the other. You just wonder what is going on. Well, this is not out of place. It's just we are certain that when we speak about, a nation, every nation has its, challenges, but somehow it's like we've been overrun, with all this situation, and they call for, concerns. And look at the issue with EFCC, EFCC. You just can't say, okay, this is what it is. And our National Assembly has summoned, Benue Zamfara governor to, come answer to the issue of security. And like, should they be only Benue and Zamfara? There are other states as well, battling insecurity, and people can barely sleep at night. So if you are in this country and you get to sleep at night, I tell you, honestly, you're enjoying, relative peace around you. Yeah, because at this point, that's the only thing we can talk about, relative peace, because the way it is, the insecurity situation is everywhere. And in as much as, wherever you are not, it's not big in your own area, doesn't mean it doesn't concern us. Yes, it still concerns us, because this is home for us. Nigeria is home for us, and whatever is happening here, if you're not directly affected, somehow it affects you indirectly, because some of these funds, resources poured into this thing to battle it can be, directed to other things. And this morning, a report on Dangote saying he is still at loggerheads with, people who are trying to sever that the one and only refinery that's functioning well, functioning well, because the national oil company, their refineries, we've been hearing reports that Warri is down. The $890 million spent on it, we don't know where all of that went. And the EFCC also trying to quiz former CEO and other executives. I remember Mele Kyari, came out to say he is somewhere resting even after being fired by President Bola Tinubu from the position of Chief Executive Officer. And he said he's not in any EFCC custody. And look at Nelfon. No, a lot is just happening. And it's like we don't even know where to put our hands. And right now, we just want the government to focus on one part time and see where we go from here. Challenges will never end, but we just have to find a way to continue to surmount and then move. We work on this, we run over it, we walk and move away from that and consider other things. But when we're still trying to figure out how we're going to deal with this situation for a long time, and that this is really serious. 08132371268, 08132371268 is the number to call to join the conversation. You can also join us on Facebook at Vicinity 95.3 FM and on YouTube. Yes, at Vicinity 95.3 FM. Leave a comment and let's hear your view this morning.
I've been blessed with the melody, Lord. That was many years ago. I don't pray, Baba. I don't tire, Lord. When only heaven knows. So give me one hit song, Lord. Let me blow like Olamide. Give me one hit song, Lord. Pick me up like Adekunle Gold. Lord, I want to blow like Simi or Small Doctor. I hope you see me. So give me one hit song, Lord. Let me blow like Olamide. All the people where they envy me right now for me sharing, oh Lord, where you did. Oh that boy, he be calling me, cause I believe in Do-Re-Mi, dear Lord. Oh Lord, please show your face. I don't pray, Papa. I don't tire, Lord, please.
Still on the state of the nation, you are on to Vicinity 95.3 FM. And now let's go to business. Central Bank of Nigeria said it spent about 315.18 billion naira on currency issue expenses in 2024, marking a sharp increase of 306% compared to 77.67 billion naira. So in 2025, the issuance of currency cost the federal government 315 billion naira. But in 2024, it cost the federal government 77 billion naira. That's over 300%. So that well put and well calculated. The Apex Bank audited financial statement for the year has shown that currency issue expenses cover the printing, processing, distribution, and disposal of banknotes. But I've not even put my hands on clean notes this year. But we know our yearly, the federal government gets to issue, banknotes, because if they run out, what are we going to do? Let's not forget the time when we had new Naira implementation, what happened in the country. Some people are still even owing grudges against the government over that situation, I tell you. And the latest figures reveal that CBN cost of managing physical cash spiraled dramatically during the year under review. While Nigeria grappled with lingering cash shortages and disruption in the money supply, the surging expenditure came as the country continued to deal with the effects of the Naira redesign policy introduced in late 2020. So we say this is also one of the costs that the Naira redesign in 2020 cost Nigeria a lot, because it just came from nowhere. We hear Naira redesign, and this is still affecting us until now. Now we might say, oh, maybe let's have this conversation if there be any justice, because Emefiele is still under a watch net and is still monitored. It's been in and out of court and all of that, but we're still suffering from that policy in 2022, because federal government had to spend a lot on the new Naira notes, telling us that we cannot spend old Naira and all of that. And this, they said, it spiraled, producing or printing the Naira. And if printing Naira, we use money to print money. And that's true, because whatever it's going to be used to print money, you need financial resources to do it. And if we're spending over 315 billion Naira, over 300% of what we used to have, then it calls for concerns. At this point, we should talk about how our expenditure can be cut. We should make more money than spend. And if you have conversations with people who are business owners, I'm not talking of backyard business owners, people who are not small business owners, big businesses, people who are big business owners will tell you make more money than you spend, because if you don't, you will go bankrupt. And this is something we should talk about. Why we're trying to print more money, we're spending more money to print the money for the country. You know what this means? Let's not even go to other situation in the country where we hear of spending so much and not earning more. We talk about our debts and how we are trying to service these debts and what's going on. Now let's go to this report on World Bank. World Bank says World Bank has come to say in the next 7 years, more Nigerians, millions of Nigerians will be poorer. And people have raised concerns saying, what does this mean for us? With the situation of the country where people are not living above, the poverty line, if there's a decline, of course, it is what may happen if something is not done about it. So why some of these reports and statistics are out, it's for us to have an idea of the future, and create a way to tackle this situation before we now get into that future, because this is why we have statistics and facts like this, to help us know what to channel and how to channel some of these issues we hear and talked about, where to channel it and how to channel it to see that they are well handled. 081-3237-1268, 081-3237-1268.
I had to run away and hide. Something happened in the middle of the night.
trendybeats.com.
I came inside without a sound. Suddenly my life was turning upside down. All that I could feel was pain, and strangers came and took my soul away. Like a deadly hurricane, I know my life will never be the same. Where do you go when you're by yourself? Who comes along when you cry for help? I know I can't change the past, but as the river disappear. Even those with good intentions disappear. All that I could feel was pain. A stranger came and took my soul away. Like a deadly hurricane, I know my life will never be the same. Where do you go when you're by yourself? Who comes along when you cry for help? I know I can't change the past, but as the river keeps flowing, I'll keep on moving on. Where do you go when you're by yourself? Who comes along when you cry for help? I know I can't change the past, but as the river keeps flowing, I'll keep on moving on. It has been done. My spirit is broken. You gave me no reason. You left me with questions. Where do you go when you're by yourself? Who comes along when you cry for help? I know I can't change the past, but as the river, I keep on going on. Where do you go when you're by yourself? Who comes along when you cry for help? I know I can't change the past, but as the river keeps flowing, I'll keep on moving on. Where do you go when you're by yourself? Who comes along when you cry for help? I know I can't change the past, but as the river keeps flowing, I'll keep on moving on. Ooh.
Still the morning show on Vicinity 95.3 FM. On that World Bank, you say when things happen, we can always link it to whatever has happened in the past. Because the past, the present, and the future will always define a man, and so is a society. And on that World Bank report saying, Nigeria, 75% of Nigeria are living below poverty belt. This means that per day, they spend $2 per day. You know how much is $2? If we make an exchange, that means 4,000 naira. That means what they have per day, what they can, and that was even back then as 2018, 2019. So what do we have now? That means people living below poverty line do not even have $1 to spend per day. $1 is about 1,600 naira, and this is something of concern. So, and 1,000 naira, 1,600 naira cannot even get you to do anything these days. Maybe it will save you a meal or two for just a head per head. It's not even something. But there was a time, when you have 1,500 naira, you could feed a whole household. But now you can't feed a whole household with 1,600 naira. It's not possible. Even one person can barely survive on 1,600 naira for a whole day for 3 square meal. Let's say you don't even have 3 square meal. You have 2 square meal, 1,600 naira. You cannot survive with 1,600 naira. 08132371268. It's on the state of the nation this morning. 08132371268. Join the conversation.
As I go shake it, be like say I can't go. Be like say plenty I go land. Oh, good morning, you go make money this morning. Good evening, you go get a lot this evening. Oh, good morning, you go make money this morning. Good evening, you go get a lot this evening. Basket, oh yeah, one go no be $1. Basket, oh yeah.
towards Lukaku.
Entertainment, politics, all on your darling station, Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ikejile, Ijesha.
And still on the state of the nation, this report on over 1,700 killed in boundary communal clashes in 7 years. And this, I decided to bring this up because we know that in our host community, host state here, Osun, we have had this lingering communal clashes with for Ilubu area. Recently, during the live interactive program stewardship by the Osun State government, had the host, the commissioner of information, Ulomokolapo Alimi, he was a guest on the show, and others, especially co-chair to the committee seen to resolving the four Ilubu area clashes, and also we have the Oyo, Osun, also communal clash. And let's not forget that's where we had this Amotekun Corps Abiodun was killed last week. He's been buried, and it's a situation we have to look into. And with all of these boundary clashes, you might say figure 1,700. Yeah, people just march out there and feel, okay, this land is ours. And Osun Oyo, the one between Osun Oyo, the boundaries, the government have clearly stated that the boundary commission is not doing what it should, to bring the situation to calm. Because at this point, people are still confused to where is our own border. This border, is this where our own land stops? Where does the Osun stop? And border issue is not even just the Nigerian situation. If you are familiar with what's happening on the international scene, you know that India, Pakistan are having a border crisis as we speak. Seriously, look at the issue of Russia, Ukraine are trying to settle because, of course, what country wants to go to war for over 2 years and not say, okay, let's down the tools, we're tired, let's put down our weapons. And now one of the peace talk or the peace deals or whatever truce deal is that they should forfeit a part of the boundary they once shared. Maybe it's going to Russia or it's coming to Ukraine, or they're going to forfeit as part of agreement to the truce. So border issue is not something that people hold with levity. So it's not just a Nigerian situation, it's something that's beyond Nigeria. When we talk about border issue, people claiming this on their land, this is our land, this is our land. It goes beyond just a normal communal clash. It's even issue of international concern, because you see other countries as well at loggerheads over boundary issues. Just before Canada's election that brought in Kanye as the new prime minister, you would know that President Donald Trump said he was going to make Canada the 51st state to the United States, and they felt, no, this is an insult. We are a country, we own our own sovereignty, and you say you want to make us 51 states. So it's important that truth are established when it comes to this boundary clash and all of that. And the one of Ifon Ilubu during the live participatory session of stewardship that came to be last Saturday, the co-chairman who spoke extensively on the issue said even while they were trying to figure out where is even this thing coming from, how do we get to address this, that they saw that what they had to go see, go there first and see for themselves was beyond what they bargained for. So something that should have taken 2 weeks for the committee to get back to the state government to profile a solution, they are still on it. So you understand what communal clash or boundary crisis is not just something that is that easy. But at the same time, people should consider that while we're about claiming this is our land, it shouldn't cost our lives. It shouldn't cost us our lives, shouldn't cost us properties, because these are the things we might never recover back, even if all of these things are settled. And I tell you, Osun has two issues, two situations of boundary clash or boundary issues, the one of Oyo Osun State and the one even inside, just within the state, Ifon, Erin, Ilubu. And the committee, we hope they come up with something that would eventually put these matters to rest once and for all, because it's not a matter of 2025. It's been in the picture for over 8 years, running to a decade, this particular situation. And while the committee even talk about it, there are some places you cannot even access, they're not motorable, so they have to walk miles, miles and miles, just to have a clearer picture of what's going on. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Now there is a song I wrote. I hope you learnt it note for note, like good little children. Don't worry. Just be happy. Now listen to what I said. In your life, expect some troubles. But when you worry, you make it down. Don't worry. Be happy. Be happy now.
Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy.
I guess this is what I get to say. Enjoy the rest of your day on the show this morning, Vicinity 95.3 FM. Yeah, do well to have yourself the best of it today. Go out there and do what others are doing, winning. Muluwa Funke is the executive producer. Catch you tomorrow.